Hello, my name is Clive Martin, and I'm the Green Party candidate in the general election in Taunton Deane. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you who've donated to our Crowdfunder appeal. We have now hit our £1,000 target, and it's still open for a few more days. So if you'd like to bung in a little more, that would be very welcome. Anything extra that we get, we will put towards leafleting and campaigning, I promise. Something extraordinary is happening. The membership of the Green Party across the UK has doubled over a very short period of time. We've now got over 50,000 members. We have more members than UKIP, more members than the Lib Dems. In Taunton, we've quadrupled our membership just over the course of the last year. So we've reached the point where we really are starting to think, where does this end? Where does it take us? Where are we going? And the thought might be, good grief, we could wake up on May the 8th and find that we've got a Green Party government. Well, what would that be like? What would a Green Party government be like? Well, I'll tell you some of the things it would do. One of the things that a Green Party government would do is it would make sure that the NHS was actually kept in public hands. The Tories say that all this talk about privatisation is just a little of rubbish, just some scaremongering and not happening at all. So they don't need to do anything about it because it's not happening. The Lib Dems, who were actually in government when it was done, say it was all a terrible mistake, and of course, if they were elected, they'd reverse it right away. And Labour, who kind of marketised the NHS when they were in power, is now saying they're absolutely dead set against privatisation. Well, you can trust them all about as far as you can kick them. But if there were a Green Party government in power, I promise you, one of the things you can be pretty sure of is we would stop the privatisation of the NHS. Something else we would do is bring the railways back under public control. At the moment, the way the railways are run is just a recipe for shoving large sums of money from the taxpayer into the very large pockets of the multinational corporations which run our railways for us. We would bring the railways back under public control. We would have a single, coordinated, publicly owned railway network. And actually, that would save us money. Another thing we would do is we would fund local government properly. I'm afraid you can't have decent public services across the country delivered by your local councils unless they're properly funded. We need to do that. So what you'll be thinking, of course, is, well, where's the money going to come from? They want to do all these grandiose things. How on earth will the country be able to afford it? Well, one way in which we'll be able to afford it is by not spending money on some of the balmy things that the rest of the other politicians want us to spend money on. We will not spend £100 billion on Trident replacement. We don't need nuclear weapons. We will not spend large sums of money on HS2. We don't need to build a high-speed railway line through the Chilterns. And we won't spend money on a nuclear power station in Hinkley C. Nobody knows how much that's going to cost. 17 billion, they said, then they said 24 billion, now they're saying 40 billion. That's just to build the damn thing, which is very kindly being built for us at our expense by the French and Chinese governments. The problem is beyond that, the huge guaranteed price that we've given for the electricity that they're going to make from that power station means that the long run cost to us, Lord knows, 60, 80, 100 billion. Nuclear power has always given us the most expensive electricity money can buy. Hinkley C is no different. The other thing that we would do is we would get money from unpaid, avoided and evaded tax. It's thought that the British government misses out on about £100 billion a year in unpaid tax. I don't think that's unpaid tax by you or me. The British state is quite good at collecting money from employees. No, the weird thing is, the richer you are, the less tax you pay. If you're absolutely obscenely rich, you don't pay any tax at all. And we really need to start getting to grips with that and turning that one around. High earners will pay more tax under a Green Party government. They can afford it. That's some ideas about what a Green Party government would be like and where the money would come from. If you vote Green, what we will give you is we will give you a fairer society, a greener society, a more equal society. One of the people who donated money to our Crowdfunder appeal has said that he supports the Greens because he'd like to see a kinder society. I'm signed up to that. Vote for us. We will try and give you a kinder society too. Thank you.